Are you ready to go? Okay, they're on their way.
Hi there guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a sort of, I guess it's a first impression slash review, I suppose. It's not fully a review because I'm kind of giving my first impressions and showing off some proper gameplay of the game, but I am kind of reviewing it. Let's just call it a review, shall we? Let's just keep things nice and simple. So yeah, we are looking at Guitar Hero Live, which came out literally just today. Today was the release date, and it was waiting for me when I got home from work. So literally got straight down to it and wanted to see what it was about, because basically I had all the Guitar Heroes when I was younger. I absolutely loved the game to pieces, albeit I'm not a very good guitar player in real life. I am kind of learning. Well, it's kind of been a learning curve over about 10 years, but I'm still learning. But when it came down to Guitar Hero, me and my mates used to play it all the time, like literally just any spare moment of the day, like at lunchtime at school. We used to run home to one of our pals who lived close to school, and we would just, even if it was just 10-15 minutes of playing on it, we would do it. And I absolutely loved it. And when it disappeared, it was 5 years ago. The last Guitar Hero game was actually Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. We don't class DJ Hero, even though it was released from the same people, but that game didn't exist. 2010 was the last game that was released, so we've had 5 years without a Guitar Hero, because it was really getting, I suppose, a little bit stale, but I still loved the games. I really enjoyed them, and it was just something so different to do on a console. So when they announced that they were bringing out a brand new game, I was so excited. Although I don't like doing it, and I don't tell other people to, I did actually pre-order it, just because I was so excited and I wanted it on the day of release. So I was just really so excited for it to come out. So yeah, let's have a look at what it's all about, shall we? So obviously the new main difference with the brand new game is, of course, the brand new guitar controller, I suppose. Obviously the old one, down along the fretboard, it was 5 different coloured buttons all lined up in a row. I'm sure everyone remembers that quite vividly. Obviously with the strum bar at the bottom and the whammy bar, of course. This time round though, it is very different. At the top of the fretboard, there is sort of 2 separate lines of 3 buttons, so it kind of gives you I suppose as real as it can do, because like the other one, it was very obvious that you didn't feel like you were playing a guitar. And with this one, although again, you know for the fact that you're playing with a plastic controller, it does give you more of a feel of kind of doing different chords, I suppose. It gets you things in that position anyway. But one thing I have to say, moving from what it was like before and being so used to that to this, is a real struggle, but you'll see that in a minute. But apart from that, the guitar is kind of very much the same. The hero power, which has replaced star power, which they had before. The button for that is right bang underneath the strum bar. So that's kind of moved places, and there's a few extra little buttons on there. Again, we'll get onto that in a minute. And this one actually came with 2 different straps. We got a very sort of boring normal black one, or this cool patterned one with Guitar Hero Live over it. So of course I went for that one. So the game itself, now I was a little bit disappointed when I kind of looked at some of the songs that had been released, and the final listings, because although previous games had sort of 70 plus music tracks on them, this one only has 42, which I didn't really like the sound of when I saw it, but it does turn out there are more songs, but that's kind of my biggest downside about this game. But again, we'll get onto that later, so let's do everything one step at a time. So it throws you straight into it with this game. You go straight into the tutorial, and of course the other big thing, apart from the changing guitar with Guitar Hero Live, as the name suggests, you are playing live with a band on stage. On screen anyway, not in your room, unless you've got people around watching, which you might do, you never know, you might like to show off to your friends or family or your pets. So basically, as well as playing along with the song and having the usual highway on screen, in the background you actually have a live crowd reacting to you, and your bandmates as well. which is a very brand new, innovative kind of thing. You know, we've not really seen it before. So that's it. So at the very start of the game, you are kind of introduced, and it's sort of the Rhodian is pretending as if he's going through, you know, getting the sound check and the sound levels ready with you, when really it's just kind of teaching you, you know, how to basically play. One thing I must say about this at this point, and it came across very much with this Rhoda, is the acting in it. It could not be cheesier. Whether they've gone down that route purposefully, I don't know. But for me, it's just a little bit too cheesy. It's just too fake. I mean, you can't really make it feel that real, I imagine, you know, kind of being at a rock gig or anything. But it's just over the top cheesiness that you just don't see out there, and it gets a little bit tiresome after a while, especially with some of the bandmates anyway. So anyway, yeah, like I say, it shows you straight into it. So it does a little tutorial backstage, and then you go out and you are in front of a live audience, and you play three songs straight away. And I think at that point, I might be wrong, I might have to look this up, but I think it kind of tries to learn at what level you're at that stage, because I noticed when I was playing it, the speed that the highway was moving at actually kept changing every now and again. Sort of when I was doing badly, it seemed to slow down a bit, and then when I was doing better, it then sped up. So whether that's kind of gathering and gaining information from you playing, whether you're a novice or whether you have played it before, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, getting straight into it, as I already mentioned, it was really difficult, as you'll see on screen now from me playing. It's crazy because it's just a subtle change really, but just getting used to, I suppose, that the notes that are on screen corresponding to the ones you're actually playing. But for me, because I was so used to having to kind of use all your fingers from the last Guitar Hero and kind of stretching a bit more, only having to use basically 3 fingers and hardly having to stretch at all at the top of the fret bar, it just felt really weird. I didn't feel like I was doing enough, and because I was overthinking things, I was making so many mistakes. But apart from that, I got into it fairly quickly, and it was okay actually. I quite enjoyed it once it got into it. So once you've done that, it brings you to the main menu, which is 2 simple options of Guitar Hero Live or Guitar Hero TV, which we'll get onto later, and is sort of my biggest problem with the game. So Guitar Hero Live is what we've already done so far. So it's the playing live in front of a crowd and everything. And basically, you work your way through festivals, very much like you did in the previous Guitar Hero games. You kind of went round touring and playing at different gigs and everything. This one, you kind of play across stages, and you're sort of a member of different bands, obviously doing different songs as before, ranging from between 3 and 4 songs at a time. So I like the set out of it, I like the way it works. Whilst you're doing it as well, it's kind of treated as if it's happening in real life. So you've got like a festival radio station going on, so people commenting on the gig that's just been played, and the set from the band you've been part of. There's kind of what's meant to be, I'm guessing, a social media bar at the bottom that's bringing up what people have said about it. And yeah, you just work your way kind of through different times and different stages at festivals, and I like that. It's just a nice little touch, I think. Basically, it just makes it feel that bit more real, and it's just a little bit of fun as well. You know, it's something very different from the other Guitar Hero games. And one thing that's good with the radio that's on as well, because I kind of had it kept playing whilst I was doing something else. I think I was writing some notes down, and I was expecting it to kind of keep repeating, you know, get to a stage where it was just repeating itself, and I must have had it on for a good sort of 3-4 minutes, and I didn't hear the same comment twice. So I think that's quite good. You know, it definitely keeps it all very fresh anyway. So yeah, I mean, I've already mentioned about the actual kind of the gameplay itself. The acting is a bit over the top, and it can get a little bit, you just get bored of it basically after a while. One problem I do have, as much as I like having the crowd in the background and everything going on around you, for me anyway, because you're concentrating so much about what is happening along the highway and the notes you're playing and everything, you do kind of miss it all. You know, you don't really see, you probably miss a lot of the things that are going on you know, you don't get to see the real reaction of the crowd. So I don't really see a way around it, because you've got to have a very clear highway and fretboard and everything on screen so you see what you're doing. But it is ultimately going to have to get in the way of everything else around it. So that is one little kind of bad thing with the way it is. It just makes it a bit pointless, really. And yeah, basically they react to how you play. So if you're doing really well, they're constantly again over the top and jumping around and singing along and everything. But if you start to play bad, then their mood changes and they're kind of telling you to get off, and your bandmates are looking at you weird. Now, the transition between that is not... When they showed clips of it and trailers of it, it made it look like it was a smooth transition, but it isn't at all. There's a very clear... it's as if the screen goes blurry, as if you've been splashed in the face with water or something. And it's just so obvious, even if you are concentrating on the highway, you can see it in your peripheral vision, and you can see it happening. So that isn't the greatest, really. And also, as I just said, you know, the crowd does sing along with you, but at times, especially when it's quieter bits of songs or the start of the song, if they're singing and making so much noise, you actually can't hear some of the notes and some of the music, which for me puts me off. Because I can't really get a feel for the beat, especially if I'm playing a song that I'm not really that familiar with. I noticed that on one of the songs I was playing, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, that's a little bit off-putting, really. But overall, I like the new guitar, I like the new control. As hard as it is to get used to, I do like it. The hero power is very responsive, whether you use the tilting motion or you use the button, it is straight away and it's very responsive. That's really good. The tutorial that I mentioned already is, you know, cheesy acting aside, it is a good tutorial. It's nice and lengthy, and although it throws you in at the deep end a little bit, it just does get you used to, you know, using that controller for the first time, and just to the actual kind of gameplay and the way it all works, basically. And one thing I probably should mention as well, the crowd are really unforgiving. Like with the old Guitar Hero games, obviously when you weren't playing well, it was basically based on the kind of scoring system on the left hand side, and there was a little needle. It would sometimes take the needle quite a while to move down for you to kind of fail the song and everything. But with this, the crowd really is so unforgiving. You know, even if you start the song off really, really well, as soon as you hit just 2 or 3 bad notes, they straight away sort of change and get on your back and everything. So yeah, it does actually get to you in a way. As much as I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm enjoying that style of it, with the live crowd and everything, it does actually put a bit more pressure on you, which is actually good. It makes you concentrate a bit more, so that side of it is quite good. The music as a whole, I mean, I've only played about an hour and 45 minutes in total of the game. And from what I've seen so far on the Guitar Hero Live, anyway, the mix of music, there is a very wide range of music there. So, for example, in the first gig, I think I played, I think it was something like Blink 182, and oh god, what else was I playing? I can't remember, but very sort of like pop punk and rock kind of gigs. And then second time round, it was more of a kind of rap, kind of hip hop kind of feel to it, with an element of rock as well, because there was Linkin Park and Kasabian, but then there was Eminem, and there was also Skrillex. Now, like, I don't have a problem with having a wide variety of music for Guitar Hero. I think it's a good thing, although, you know, some of it is not for me personally. You know, I think it's good to have a nice variety to get other people, you know, interested in it. But if you're gonna do it, at least involve songs that really involve a guitar, because Skrillex, Bangarang, there is just no clear guitar in there, and I was playing that song and I just didn't know, like, it was awful. It was really, you just didn't feel any immersion there. You know, you didn't feel like what you were playing on the guitar was being replicated on screen, because there were no guitar sounds coming out of it. And like, even though the Eminem one did have a clear guitar in it, it just didn't feel like it really has any place there. I know that might go down a bit badly with some people, but there's just some songs that just don't feel right for Guitar Hero. That's it. I get the variety thing, which is great, but just maybe think about the songs that are going on there a little bit. And it just kind of seems a little bit disconnected from its roots. You know, you look at the songs that were on it from the very beginning. They really have branched out a hell of a lot, and maybe they're overdoing it a little bit and just trying to become more mainstream. You know, the first kind of 3 Guitar Heroes in particular was very, you know, rock, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties rock, heavy stuff, lighter stuff. But you know, they included a variety within that, but now it is going down a very different route. Although it has kept some of the originals, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, there's some songs on there, you know, the likes of The Kill from 30 Seconds to Mars. They've brought back Hangar 18 from Megadeth, and you know, quite a few songs like that. So it's nice to see some of the old ones and kind of sticking to the roots there. But when you've only got 42 main songs on there and they're using songs that have already been there, it just seems a little bit lazy for me. I don't know the thinking behind it, whether it's because it's 5 years since the last Guitar Hero and they're wanting to kind of entice new people in and also the old guard that used to play before. I don't know. But yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. So, but yeah, on a whole, I sound like I'm being down on that part of the game, but I have actually enjoyed playing it, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it. It plays really nicely. I'm sure once I get used to it, I will get a lot better at it anyway. But it's frustrating, but it's a good frustration because, you know, I feel like I can improve at it. So that's the Guitar Hero Live side of things. Now, Guitar Hero TV is a completely different thing. It's away from the live thing. So basically, the songs that you play on Guitar Hero TV are to actual music videos this time. Which again is quite a nice different kind of thing. So the main point of Guitar Hero TV is that there are, at the moment anyway, I don't know whether this will change, but there are 2 channels. Now each channel has sort of different, they each have different time slots, and within these time slots they have different types of music playing. Now the library of music on Guitar Hero TV is much bigger than what is on the Guitar Hero Live side of things, although it does include those 42 songs as well. So there's, you know, well over 100 songs to choose from here. And basically, over the 24 hours, this TV schedule is kind of swapped around, and these songs are played back to back. And basically, you can join in at any point. You know, over these 24 hours, they are constantly kind of streaming and playing, and you can just play them back to back. It's sort of a live online thing, so you're kind of playing along with other people. You see live stats at the side. You know, you see the people that you're playing with, and there's sort of a ranking system. So you can see whether you're, you know, the top player at the time with the highest score, or whether you're right down at the bottom, like I'm sure I will be at some point. And you build up a score. You build up sort of your level. You know, you can level up in it, and you gain coins from it. And you can probably see where I'm going with this point. So yeah, these songs are repeated, and you just play different ones back to back, and you do all this. So, as I already mentioned, you build your level up. So you can already guess there's parts of the things that are unlocked. So you have to build your level up to get to certain things. So this can include changing the style of your highway, changing the sticker that is kind of shown at the bottom of the screen with your scores and everything. You can customize, I think you can sort of like customize a guitar or something. You can customize various things anyway by unlocking things and get different stage unlocked and everything like that. So as well as doing that, you gain coins. And what do coins mean, everyone? Yep, that's right. It means that you can purchase in-game stuff. But of course, what comes with that is the option to buy coins and things and microtransactions. So basically, you know, if you're not always going to be wanting to, you know, if you're wanting to play a certain song, on previous Guitar Heroes, you would go into Quick Play, and you would have access to all the songs on the game. Unlimited access to all the games. Now, obviously, the 42 songs from Guitar Hero Live, you have constant access to them, that's fine. But over on Guitar Hero TV, where there's a much bigger and wider choice, you don't have constant access to these games. You know, you get to play these songs whenever they come up on the TV channels. However, there is an opportunity to play these songs whenever you want, but it will cost you one play. a play point, I suppose. So this is where it gets on my tits, basically. So you can spend one play and you can play any song from the entire library of Guitar Hero Live TV. Now, when it kind of there's a tutorial that talks you through the way it works, and basically I built up 6,000 coins from playing the first few songs and playing a few more as well. So I built up 6,000 coins, and it takes you to the purchase thing where it gives you the option of like 1 play, 5 plays, 10 plays, 60 plays, something daft like that. And for 10 plays, so just to play 10 songs of your choice, whatever, was 5,000 coins. So you're having to play, just to play any song you want, you have to build up enough coins to build, 10 plays. And then once you've played that song, you'd have to use up another play to play it again. If you feel like you could have done better with it, you're going to have to use up another play point. So you've got this massive library of great songs, and I've been through them all, and there are some real crackers in there, and some different ones that you just, you've never played before or anything. But you can't play them whenever you want. Well, no, actually not, I'm telling a lie. You can play them whenever you want, because you can purchase a 24-hour access to all the songs if you want to pay £3.99. Yep, you heard me right. You have to pay £3.99 just to get 24 hours of access to all the songs in the entire library of the game. Well, what a lot of bollocks. Welcome to GHTV. Fuck you, microtransactions. Seriously, this has just completely put me off this game entirely. I look forward to playing this game, and I think it does play very well. There's a lot of things that aren't quite right with the game, and I think could be better. But as soon as you've put in this block on all the songs, something that has made Guitar Hero so great, there's no freedom there anymore. So yes, the leveling up thing, gives you a sense of achievement and everything, and gaining the coins, and you can play it constantly, and you can build up all your coins, and then you can buy as many players as you want. But ultimately, they're going to run out. I want to have a Guitar Hero game where I have unlimited access and unlimited plays to all the songs. I don't have to want to go through all this crap of leveling up and getting coins and stuff. Guitar Hero, there was no need for microtransactions to be in a game like Guitar Hero. It's in enough games as it is right now. So to bring it over to one of my most beloved games of all time has just left me feeling really, really demoralised. And to be honest, quite let down by Activision, in all honesty. I really thought they were better than that. But yeah, I don't know. The Guitar Hero TV idea is great. I love the idea of sort of, just joining in and playing along with sort of basically a music channel of songs, and playing along and seeing other people that, are online at the moment playing that very song. And, there's a bit of online, rivalry there with people that you're playing with. There's still a multiplayer there where you can play with your friends, of course. And there is new music that's always going to be added, which is good as well. But, I can't play Tribute by... Tribute by Tenacious D, I think, is one of the original 42. But, you'll probably see here I played The Offspring, The Kids Are Alright. That's not a song that I have unlimited access to. It's one of my favourite all-time songs, and I can't play it whenever I want, unless I buy loads of plays and earn loads of coins. So, yeah, overall, really disappointed, just because of that reason. The game itself, I would say, is good. It's certainly not excellent, it's not perfect, but I would say it's a good, kind of solid game, and one that, given the time, it will be really enjoyable, I think. But ultimately, this whole microtransaction thing and having a store and everything like that just has let it down completely in my eyes, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that possibly feel the same. But there we go. That's my thoughts and a quick look at the brand new Guitar Hero Live game. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's been helpful for people that are maybe looking towards possibly getting it themselves, and wanted to see a little snippet of what it's actually like and what the game actually plays like. if you know the microtransaction thing doesn't bother you and you're happy to kind of grind your way through the game, then I would definitely recommend to go out and get it. If you're very new or haven't played Guitar Hero before, then I think it will be easier for players that have never played it before. They will be able to get into the controller a lot easier. But people who were used to the old Guitar Hero, like myself, may find it a lot harder getting used to the control. But yeah, if you can get past the microtransaction thing and not feel let down by that, then I would recommend this game. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video looking at this. If it is your first time here, then please do leave a like and a subscribe, and possibly think of maybe sharing it with your friends or people that you like this kind of thing. Then that will be very much appreciated. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon.